The woman ran towards me. I could now see who it was, and I was not happy. "You almost made it, darling. Where is the map?" "I guess you were the one responsible for ruining my car," I said. She pulled out a pristine Walter PPK German Luger and aimed it at close range. "It's too cold to trifle, darling. Let's go." "To be honest, all of the fight is out of me. Let's find the damn medallion together." "Yes, let's." "You can put your gun away. It is beautiful like you, you know." "I know you do have a fondness for German antiquity and a guile with words." "I still have a fondness for you, Miriam." She put her gun away and helped me to the road. Her Mercedes was new and impressive. We drove to the entrance. "Where is everyone?" I said. "On holiday. Perfect for us. I have the passcode to the alarm system." I glared at her. "Honey, the alarm isn't the issue. Wavelsburg is always staffed with an attaché of military adjutants." She smiled at me. "I took care of it." "You took care of it how?" "Oh, come on. This is a lone descent into black prayers. We are the one in dark spirit, hunters and killers. Steps were taken. I want the medallion." "How many?" "6. That was needless. No, it was necessary. Now come on." We stepped out of the car into the courtyard and walked right through the front gate. "Surveillance? It's nixed." "Wow, you have covered all the angles." "I have." "Miriam, why don't you just shoot me and take the map?" She stopped and looked at me. "Because I still love you," she said. "And I you, but we don't get along. Maybe we can turn a corner." "We have been there and done that. It's not a workable relationship, Miriam." "It's only not workable because you refuse to work on it and can't keep your dick in your pants." "Pagan marriages fail, Miriam. We have hand-fasted and broken. I want more than you are willing to give." "Then include me in the mix. Stop running behind my back. You know I enjoy the double entendre." She opened the main door and walked down a flight of stairs. The night closed in on the place to hearken back to shouts of Sieg Heil, chants of SS oaths to the fatherland and Lord Hitler. A dream that died, which never died, and is, in my belief, stronger than ever. The very essence of a Fourth Reich existence is now our surrounding new world Illuminati global reality. "It is all around us," I said. "What?" "The Third Reich." "I know, but you sound a tad bit obsessed." "We are only in the epicenter of the SS utopian world vision." "Indeed, darling, the phalanx of a model world is all right here, recreated and sustained by modern Germany." I gazed at her with the evil eye. "I renounce my citizenship to any country. I am my own country, a delegate of the new Fourth Reich, not a Nazi but an Aryan. I shall be the highest and best of my satanic consciousness. My nation does not divide, it assembles the purified. I do not exist in the fiction of this current society. I am Belial inculcated in one Elysian effort." "I know, Winter. I know. That's why we are here. Your ancestry and this medallion that can lead us to untold wealth and dominion. Now let's go." I pushed her against the wall. "I still burn for you." "Starting to warm up, I see," she said. "That didn't take long, especially since you were earlier passing some moral judgment over me." "Nonsense," I said. She pulled back. "I can wait. Let's get to the chamber of Thule." I checked the map. "It's through here." I tripped over a corpse. "Jesus!" "Told you I combed the castle first. I am a perfect prowler and true to my cause." I hesitated, glared at her, and guarded my words. "I can see the state of your fanaticism. Very dedicated," I said. "I have dedicated to myself. I am driven to succeed. I kill to indemnify my efforts. You know I enjoy it. My will is strong and direction is certain." "It's through here," I said. I pressed a series of stones on a wall emblazoned with a swastika etching. The wall opened, and she began to move forwards. I put my arms out to stop her. "Not so fast, Miriam. It may be trapped." I turned on my flashlight and set a spiral stairs in the center of the room went downwards. A true tribute, master dramatic craftsmanship with etchings of 1,000 black sun wheels. She activated a flashlight. "It's beautiful," she said. "It appears too easy. You know that I am always leery of easy things. This room dates to the first era of the structure. It survived the harangue of Himmler's scorched earth policy. That's why it still remains. If the current officials found it, it would be obliterated." "Idiots," she said. Miriam threw a dagger down the stairs and nothing happened. "I don't think they would trap it." "Of course they would trap it. It's weight sensitive. Something heavier will trigger it." Miriam pulled out her pistol and aimed it at me again. "You go first." I had enough of gunplay and I took it from her. "God damn it, Miriam, chill out. Someone could get shot." "I just want the damn thing," she said. "Me too, but let's find an alternate solution." I walked back to the corpse and took off his body armor. I threw the armor onto the stairs and nothing happened. "Okay, I must be wrong. I'll go first." I walked in and started down the stairs when suddenly the floor shook and the circular stairs began to close up around me. I jumped out back into the hall. "There must be a way not to trigger it," she said. "Really? You think so?" I said sarcastically. She slapped me. "Hey, save that for later. There must be a switch somewhere." I walked back into the hall and perused it. I found an old torch holder. This is too obvious, I thought. I pulled it to a hard clunk noise and attempted the stairs again. All was calm. Miriam joined me and we descended. The grand hall of Thule at the end of the stairwell gleamed with all the glory of the failed state of Deutschland over all. A swastika flag draped over an altar adorned with the very emblem we came to stalk. The medallion shone from its dais like a pillar of emblemic evil resurging, the symbol of the black sun infinite. "Shall we? Let's take it." "What of more traps of those? I think there are many." I put on a set of infra goggles and spied all the points of a lighted pentagram around the amulet. "Yes, there are complications. It's surrounded in a perfect pentacle sphere of light. We may be able to reach through, but again, it may be weight sensitive as well." Miriam took a few other Nazi occult relics from around the chamber. "Still the ever-ardent collector, I see." "Of course. Now let's get this done before we have company." I walked around the altar with the goggles on. There were a series of odd symbols etched upon its side. I think by pressing them in a circuitous order, it might release the trap. "Then do it," she said. I pressed them in an order which I contemplated to understand, and as I pressed the sequence of runic sigils, the light dimmed. I grasped the medallion, and it was mine. Suddenly an odd light moved around the chamber, the kind of aether light that bodes ill tidings. "Let's go," I said. As I turned, I was shot through the arm. I fell back, and Miriam was there. She grasped the medallion from my hand. "Miriam, are we finally severing ties? It's just a flesh wound. I don't want to give you the chance to cut me out of the loop. You will be fine." She ran towards the stairs, and I shot at her and missed. "Miriam, it's time to settle this," I shouted. I chased her up the stairs, but her lead on me was insurmountable. She moved like a cat. Neither I or bullets could catch her. I came up the stairs to see her in the clutches of a revived returner, a zombie from a day's death. Quite shocking, but nothing I hadn't seen before. It exemplified and solidified my belief in SS Thule black magic. I shot the zombie down and Miriam fell onto the floor. "Did you get bitten?" I asked. She was fine, but in complete shock from coming in contact with dark forces that she often toyed with, but often denied as well. Forces of the supernatural that she often evoked and saw more as entertainment value. Yet now she was a believer, a creature that witnessed the watchtower of satanic singularity. "No," she said. "I took her second gun and the medallion. I should leave you here to die, but I will punish you later. Let's get to the car." I turned and closed the chamber door to the Thule chamber when Miriam suddenly lunged at me with a knife. "I'm tired of you always manipulating me," she yelled. I hit her with the gun and knocked her out. "You're going to service me for days for this infraction," I said. I moved as fast as I could, carrying her to the rising sun outside. 2 zombie guards were waiting for us. They moved extremely fast and were intelligent despite the myths told about them. One spoke. "Give us the medallion. It must not leave the sanctuary." Miriam came to and slid from my arms as I opened fire on the 2 zombies. A dance of gunnery with the undead commenced as we dove around pillars. "Give us the medallion, and we promise a quick death," one snarled. I shot the 2 zombies down, and Miriam just prowled and walked out from one of the pillars toward the car. "I'm sick of you always getting over on me, Winter." I stopped her and tried to kiss her, but she looked different. She took on a dark shade of evil in her eyes, which were now coals of fire. I woke up. The heat from the California desert was wafting through the open windows and into the room. I clenched the medallion in my hands and rubbed the bullet scar on my arm as a reminder. I thought I saw Miriam's semblance standing at the balcony door. It slowly faded like a dream, a tear in the prophet's eye. Black-Magus-Excelsis, Chapter 2, Bohemian Daughter Freya. I could smell the aroma of minted tea boiling on the kettle, and I thought how out of character in this summer wind, but so perfect when it's 100 degrees in Death Valley. I rose to the singing voice of my mistress of fortune, my patron witch of the black arts with a bankroll to run a regime or own her own third world country. She entered the room with a $1 million smile unlike mine, which had grown more fanged and unlawful. "It's tea time," she said. "I'm thinking of leaving, taking a break from California," I said. She handed me the tea. "You will go when I say you can go. We have a few loose ends here that have to be sorted out." I'm still going. She contorted over me and glared. "I'm worth $89 million. Are you out of your mind?" I sobered to the fact that you can have people killed in this psychopathic culture for $50. "You're right, Freya. Let's scope the museum. The exhibit ends today." "I don't know why this occult nonsense is so important to you. Let's go to my mansion on the hill in wine country and leave all of this hocus-pocus nonsense behind." "After this we can. I just want to see if I can steal it. It's the edge that I live for. It will be the final piece to the puzzle that I need to complete the mystery of the medallion's power. That Nazi artifact has some kind of hold on you. Just banish it, be rid of it. No good can come from it, only death. Not much longer, then I will throw it into the fire." "That won't be necessary." "What do you mean?" "I purchased the last remaining object of your desire from the collection. I picked it up cheap. I had it sent to the house." "How did you do that?" "Come on, Winter. Who do you think you're dealing with? I'm no servile horse trader." I wanted a little bit of a thrill, maybe the chase of the heist, Freya. It would have been a waste of time and needless risk. Life's too short to be caught up in a prison stint. Besides, I think this whole charade needs to end. It will take you along with it. I know it will. But until that time, she moved in closer and whispered, Sex is the breakfast of champions. Yet it's dusk. She pressed in on me. You are tireless. I knew that she would acquire the last remaining accoutrement. She knew it too. There was no way I could have gotten through the fortress of the L.A. Museum without entanglements. After the tryst, we drove for some time. Her Aston Martin purred along the coast like a lynx unsatisfied. I couldn't help but think about the complete eradication of our current civilization, its very plausible self-extermination. For with the current course of inverted humanity, our very existence could vanish without a trace. Other thoughts crept in, Thule sacraments for evil in our life and actions played out in an undreamt-of world, full of carven idols, shades of twilight creatures. This is the black sun arena. The human being enjoys the light of day, yet also may love the night just as much, if not more. This was my chosen trait. I hold a strong satanic adoration, and I have always strived for Aryan purity, even to the point of defiance of common, rational reason. Satanic nature abhors a vacuum. The moral emptiness of America is a joke. They defeated a force that absorbed itself into the fabric of its victors. Look around you. We are the fringes of the new Fourth Reich, visions of the deluge and reclamation. Werner von Braun wanted to conquer the moon, not the world, I said. She looked over intently. I wouldn't be so sure, but I have always thought that NASA and Nazi were too close to call. Wolves devour the weary. We are the wolves of Thule, are we not? She just locked her gaze upon me, like when she comes. The goal I have is to transcend my humanity, to transcend and gain superhuman consciousness. This is my ultimate drive, my satanic ambition, to give oneself up to the universe of storm and to absolute storming of the heavens. That is the essential Thule mystery from which I seek to unravel, grasp, and know. The comprehension of both sets me on fire. Sounds like a complex theory of advanced synchronism to overcome the causality of the random and unexpected, she said. Nothing is random and unexpected with me. I try to master my fate as much as possible. She swerved around a tight-knit bend, nearly careening into a semi. They aren't supposed to be semis on this road. So that is what causality has in store for us, is it? This is what men do when left on their unbridled, unchecked devices for savagery and give in to their unquestioned, systematic satanic instincts. Mankind is inherently evil. It's a free-for-all, war of all against all locked into a pagan frenzy. The Third Reich sought the subjugation of the cross and the elevation of the swastika as an absolute power symbol for the Aryan ones of the future, for the soldiers of the now and the future to come, satanic spirits that infuse the world. But what of the exterminations? What has been shall be again. One who considers themselves superior will always seek to liquidate the inferior. This is utter nonsense. The feeble will die of their own accord. It is ridiculous to carry out mass exterminations through direct action, the dragging out of all of those people to Auschwitz. It may have been some kind of human sacrifice. I don't know. Who is to say that the Auschwitz of the past will not be the Auschwitz of the future, the very future you espouse, she said. I espouse no Auschwitz and no future. I am out for self-occult knowledge and gain, nothing more. You know this. The winding roads out of San Francisco to Sonoma were beautiful. We are entering into the land of the ultra-vain, not the run-of-the-mill rich, but the ultra-rich. The variety of the expensive cars reflect the me mentality of the area. Society encircles the butterflies here. It makes any Satanist jealous and any tree-hugging activist commoner cringe. I was more the latter than the lesser. I was jealous, and I wanted power and wealth to match. We drove on for some time and drifted off to visions of an undersea sojourn. Inside were black sun symbols and ancient swastika emblems of a former age long before any Nazism ever graced out of the modern historical record. The visions increased in tenebrous vibration. I was compelled to an archway that beheld a colossal statue of a reaper-like stature, engulfed in a barrage of stars for a visage. I could feel a pull towards this unknown place. It was both form and formless. I could see where it was in the world, somewhere buried in the arcane oceans of Atlantis' decline. The final piece to the medallion's mystery could lead me there. There is no rational explanation. The powerful currents of the swastika reverberate through us like some magnetic field, some kind of non-causal liaison to come. It seeks to demolish the laws of our commoner's physics and break through the veil into another dimension. The black sun beckons. I shook awake in a sweat. We had arrived, but Freya allowed me to sleep in the car and obviously went on to do her thing. I could see a huge black snake coiled on the road, sunning itself in the afternoon summer heat. The area where her family's vineyards and villa sits are crawling with serpents. Every year the terrain grows more treacherous. In the distance I could see the workers harvesting the grapes that will make for another fine wine vintage in years to come. Freya was truly a daughter of Bacchus, and I was demonically blessed and inspired by her fealty to me, at least for now, until her passing fancy passed. Yet for now her fortune was my fortune and vice versa. We are kindred spirits, pagan and alive, the land of the Dionysian vine and pretty people, angling to be more wasp-like, clean kills and plots to overthrow this or that. All roads shall lead to Bohemian Grove. Now, I hope you have enjoyed this reading of excerpt chapter 1 and 2, and more shall come. I am Winter Lake at winterlake.com.